And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Xenonauts. We're going to go and attempt to do Crash Site 38-7 here with the crew. Okay, so as is the case, most of the guys that when they start on the ship here, they don't have a gun, are actually in fact our machine gunners. So we're going to drop the shield, equip, primary, and then hopefully no whammy as we disembark from our ship. Same here. You're got a spare shield for the shield guys, and a machine gun. You're a regular shield guy. Cover the flank for the moment. It's probably going to be a harmless building. You're a regular shield guy. Okay, probably nothing behind the ship. Okay. That didn't sound like weapons fire. That sounded like one of the robots walking through a building. So my guess is that we've got robots here. Okay. So again, my educated guess is we got robots, which is confirmed by the fact we find robots. Of course, I do more to destroy the cover between me and the robots than effectively against the robots. Robot advances. Of course, that's probably going to compensate for our weaknesses, which is that we don't have particularly great Well, didn't have a great range fire at the position we were before. Okay. Down to that one. There's probably more. The question is where? Just got grenaded. Ah, grenades. Okay, that was not ideal. And you were the assault troop. So we lost a shield, and our assault troop is vented his shotgun. Okay, and we've identified the door. Can you retrieve your weapon, please? Thank you. Okay. Unless they're on the second floor, we'd probably be being shot if they were on the second floor. That building's clear. You know there's one up around there. It's one of those ones, okay. I think that's a little bit close for friendly fire. The scooch. Just a smidge. No dice. You don't have enough action points to get close enough to that shotgun. You only just picked your shotgun up and should probably heal before you do such aggressive maneuvers. You can only burst fire if we action with 56 or less, so you're not going to be firing this turn, regardless of what I do. Okay. And we think there's at least one more robot around, walking through things. Yeah, here's the robot. Okay. Now, well, there goes another member of the team. Oh, I should reload on the machine guns. The machine guns are empty. They're in the ship, potentially on the second story. I think this is one of the two-story ones again. Yeah, this is a pretty small map, so they're probably in the ship at this point. Okay, it's time to dock. Okay. Planning reports implying they're not on the first floor. Although they weren't opposed to coming down for us. Did that break it? No, it's still there. It's letting the smoke. Or is it? No, apparently that worked. Or it's hiding the smoke. I'm not sure why the smoke stopped animating, but it did. Looks like the floor is a little potentially on fire. There's a robot in here somewhere. It's got shot at, so... There. It's right there. Okay. And now it's ruins on the floor. Oh, that door is broken. Or, yeah, the door is broken, so we can see the guy behind the door. So he's the last one is there. Or, well, one of them is there. Maybe a bit preemptive to assume that it is the last one. It's in fact not the last one. There's two of them back there. Three of them back there. Sadly, not quite enough to get the burst off. Or, well, technically it's enough to get the burst off in the facing that my guy would be facing when he gets there. Which is not going to be the right way. I just shot my own cover. Yeah, that shield guy's down, but bad and very last day, yes. There's 3 of them and 5 of us. In the stake again, we're not turned right, so we don't have enough. Okay. Crouch here. Crouch you. And for you to get an effective shotgun off, you're gonna have to get closer. Which is probably a bad plan. Yeah, we're going to crouch you in that cover for the moment. Don't think we got a clear shot here. It's not implying that we're being blocked. Never mind, it is implying that we're being blocked by our shield. But the smog was hiding it from me. Okay. One left. Why isn't the fight over? It implies there's one somewhere. Don't think they're on the ship. Yeah, I don't think they're on the ship. What's that on the alien plasma rifle? Okay. Okay, to me being apparently bad at the game. We've taken the ship, and all we got left is assault and machine gunners. Sounds like they're outside. There's maybe an argument what I'm doing is not the smartest of things, because I've taken everyone out of the ship, so it's not going to auto-finish if we don't have anyone on the ship. Think. Why did it jump to the... No, it's on the first... I thought it would jump to the second floor for some reason. There he is. Well, there's one. Assuming it's that one. Alien precision plasma sent to research division. And 4 casualties. Sadly, we were unable to recover any of our... or revive any of our dead. Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff here to research. We can research through it quick enough. Let's go with those 4. Directional thruster array. Extraterrestrial craft are fascinating for many reasons, not least their extraordinary maneuvering ability. Their fighters dance through the air like graceful ballerinas, and even their ponderous capital ships can hover in place and turn more quickly than their size should allow. And that's going to allow us to get the drop ship, which allows us to carry more soldiers in the battle. Do I have interceptors I can send up? Yeah, so you're small, so send the Foxtrot. You're a medium, so we shall send the Corsair and a Condor. Yeah, let's try to do that small one. That'll be a good training mission for what's left. Or maybe we shouldn't do it, because everyone is wounded. Most of the people are wounded. We'd be going... Well, okay, yeah, okay. So we'd have to reset one of our assault guys to, or heavy weapons to not be heavy weapons. Okay, no, we're gonna bomb it. I don't have people to send up the bomb. Go to base. So now, I think we're still waiting for 4 more to come in, because that's how quickly I'm apparently going through guys at the moment. It's that easy come, easy go with the soldiers. So you're wounded, so we take you off the team. You're about to be recovered, so we'll team you. Okay, we'll hold off for a bit. I think we will hold off until we have another ground target to go to. Yeah, so I think now we've got a full potential to have a full team. Hangars are done. Okay, go to base. So let's rebase Condor 2. Relocate you to Central America. And then we're going to start constructing a new Corsair. Detection, very small. Okay, we'll send up a Foxtrot. A small. I'll actually send up the other Foxtrot. Maybe I should have not done that. Actually, I can cancel that for the moment. Foxtrot 3, return to base. Corsair Condor. Everything in that sector is already launched. Heavy Fighter versus Foxtrot 1. Foxtrot 1 probably does not have enough firepower to bring you down with torpedoes. In fact, we can't disengage. It is engaging us. So we will engage. Oh. Apparently, due to maneuvering, it didn't handle the torpedo. So we did actually manage to shoot it down. So we got a heavy fighter, data core, the alinium, and the alloys. No one ready to intercept there. There we go. And I should make a functional team at this point. Because we're gonna have to, or this would be a point to go out again. Okay, we managed to heal up all the veterans. All the veterans are healed. We've just got a bunch of people who are not veteran. So the question is, does that make a sensible team? Why don't I have enough carbines? Because you've got a carbine even though you're a rifleman. If you're a rifleman, have a laser. There we go. You know what? You were heavy weapons. You're now a shield guy. We haven't had the best of track records with surviving, but... Okay. Shield's got baton, shield's got baton. Assault's got a baton. One of you wants to be the assault. Probably the one that's the highest strength. You want to be the assault. Oh no, I have a second. I already have a second assault. So you actually want to be shield. Okay, there we got a full team hooked up. You know, I'll run this part a little bit long, and we'll go do that assault mission, and then we'll call it for the night. So, crash site 40. We're sending out Charlie 1. We have 0% chance of victory here with Foxtrot and 2 Condors. Okay, we'll just disengage and go back. We've swapped to using heavy fighters, and they're harder for our ships to take down. We will engage. Okay, so obviously the map goes off into the left, which kind of makes this a weird parking spot for the ship. Okay. Okay, we're off the ship. I think that's the robots again. Yeah, that guy dealt with. Memory serves, this was one of the smaller ones. This should be an easy fight, relatively speaking. Okay. One of those is a drone. That's definitely a drone. Although I suppose this is a night fight, so this is maybe not the best of time during a day. No dice in finding the little floaty bugger. Okay. I think there's two drones out there. Okay. So there's one there. I think there's still one down here. Just it didn't have a good firing arc on us. Okay. So there's one. Make that one fewer. Okay, there's the small ship. Where did the drone go? Here's the drone. Of course, I'm in a situation where I don't really get the capacity to bring it down. Different problem. We found it. Now the question is, are we going to regret finding it? The answer probably is yes. Was that 2, or did it move? I think it was just move, shoot, move. Okay. That one's dealt with. Get everyone over in preparation for the storming. The robot opens the door. Really? The door was open, and your response to that is not to return fire. Okay. No, door's not on. Please remove that door from existence. You're bleeding. Given the circumstances, I think it is fine for you to take the opportunity to, you know, heal yourself. Make that bleeding stop. There we go. Okay, no deaths that time. All 7 aliens destroyed, because most of them were robotic at least. And we got injured people, but no casualties. A couple of promotions, too. Any interceptors we can send up? Yes. Corsair, Condor, go. Terra Force has been... It's being terrorized. And we got our dropship researched. I think I need to build it. It's a workship project. Yeah. Dropship. It's not probably what we want to do after the Corsair Interceptor is done. And... You bring how many crew members? Does it say? Ten soldiers. Yes, found it. And of course, we can start building that. We're not going to, however, because this is where I'm going to put the end of the stream. We're not going to go do the Terra mission today. If you're watching on YouTube, that will probably what's in the next part. So, run 2, save 5, Terror mission will be next time. So if you're watching on YouTube, that will be the part for the series coming up tomorrow. Will be that Terra mission. We'll load up the crew and we'll send them out to the Terra mission. I suspect we're maybe sending a bunch of newbies to their deaths because a lot of our, well, half the crew we just sent to the last mission are wounded. I thought we were just gonna let Japan get nuked. One of the two. In fact, we may be letting Japan get nuked either way. If you're watching on Twitch, let me go ahead and bring up the schedule so I can tell you what's coming up over the next couple days if you want to know what's coming up. So as I brought up at the beginning of the stream, I am switching from a 4-game, 4-night cycle to a 3-game, 3-night cycle, so I can record a little bit ahead in case I am not in a good place to be streaming while I'm doing some dog watching over Thanksgiving break. So today, which was Saturday, was Xenonauts. Tomorrow will be Strategic Command World War I, the Cold Arms campaign. I think things are getting interesting. We've got all 3 of the majors connected, so we can now supply the poorer nations of the collective. And I think that should allow us to very rapidly get to a point where we're winning the game. So that'll be Sunday. Monday will be Shadow Empire. We will continue from where we left off. And then that makes Tuesday the Xenonauts. So we'll be back around to playing this on Tuesday. At which point the cycle will repeat. Assuming we don't finish any of the games. I think Shadow Empire is going to take more than 1 stream at least. More to finish. Seeing as we're only an 8th out of 12, or 8 out of 11th. Out of 11. We need to get to first and be so far ahead. Strategic Command probably isn't going to finish, so that'll probably also be still following the trend. And then of course, Xenonauts. We'll see how Xenonauts is going. So that's the upcoming schedule. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to comment responded to, I will leave the stream up for about a minute after I end the YouTube video if you want to get your comments responded to. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to get your comments responded to, feel free to let me know as well in the comments. Obviously, I'll be handling that asynchronously. I am saving at the end of any of the streams in the case of Xenonauts. So if there's something you want to see that I can show you from what we have at the end of the stream, feel free to let me know. I can always go and make little shorts to show you that stuff. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to see any of the parts that have fallen off, because the video does stay up for 14 days after I stream them, but they don't stay up longer than that. So if you want to see any of the parts that are older than 14 days, you can always hop over to the YouTube channel where I upload everything after recording it locally, so it should be going up in like 1080p at 60 frames per second. I do stream this live to Twitch, or I'm streaming my stuff live to Twitch under the username Wilcol, and then recording it locally for upload to YouTube under the username Wilcol100. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and do the outro. So I hope you've all been enjoying. So until next time, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. And bye for now.